Hello and welcome to another episode of Tuesday Talks. My name is Iftikhar Ahmed and I am the editor of Abir Pothi. In Tuesday Talk, we have conversations, candid conversations with artists, art practitioners, curators, emerging artists, and anyone who is interested and involved with art in any capacity. So today we have Asif Imran from West Bengal. He is also the winner of First Take 2021. So we'll welcome Asif Imran. Asif, how are you? And first of all, thank you so much for taking out time.
Yes, I am fine, and also thank you so much for this for giving me this opportunity. Uh, yes,
Yes. So, Asif, you were one of the participants and the winner of Abir India First Take 2021. So, we would like to talk about that. How did you come to know about First Take 2021 and how the journey has been after that?
yes. Actually, in I think 2018, I heard about this Abir First Award show, and I applied for it till 2018 to 20, and in 2020 or maybe 21, I have received this award, and at that time mostly I work with the multiple type of landscape and the socio-political aspect with the which associate with the landscape, and I tried to showcase with my art practice through a visual storytelling process. So in 2021, as you know, that at the time the whole country was affected by the pandemic situation. So at the time, I went out to the rural landscape, and mostly I captured landscape through the photography and collected reference through photography or documentary photographs. Then I moved to the studio and process it through my visual storytelling process. So then through various artistic medium like ink, drawing, and pastel, I proceed for at that time I proceeded for the uh, uh, through the technical process to develop my artistic practice and try to showcase the situation of that time of this time and that the small atmosphere in a storytelling process at that time. So in 2022, which artworks was selected by the Abir. So most of artwork was based on at that time phase, nearly 2020 or 21. Then later I moved to the another after this getting this award. I later traveled to various places like South Indian, North Indian, and then I started capturing the local atmosphere, local landscapes, and the socio-political aspects. And I try to develop my art practice to juxtapose to it and try to showcase the various situation in a storytelling process. So it was my basic art practice, and currently how it is going on.
Yeah. So, can you also tell how you see your artwork evolving? Can you take us through the journey?
Yes, through the multiple times I visit.
Stylistic wise and about the storytelling, what has changed? What has evolved throughout these years?
Yes, from my academic career also, or when I was a student. So at that time, I started traveling because basically I belong from a rural area, and moved to later I moved to the Kolkata. It's urban place. So initially, I started compare this both kind of landscape through multiple aspect like socio-political and uh, cultural areas also. Then I started develop my practice through the initially I started capturing landscape with landscape of the people activities with the documentary based practices. Then I realized that I need to explore more things, so I started develop it with the uh, pastel and ink. Then later I moved to the or with photo manipulation with juxtaposed with the pastel watercolor and photographic experimentation also. And later I started process with develop my process with photo manipulation and drawing things. So currently I'm mostly working with the photo documentation and drawing, and I try to showcase in the multiple layer or assembled form.
So, tracing landscape, does it happen after you moved to Kolkata, or this was something you were constantly doing?
No, yes, yeah, after moving from Kolkata, I started doing it, and then Kolkata also I later moved to the various region. So it gave me another inspiration to work with this aspect.
Can you give me more examples, like what what more contradictions you have experienced and how it has seeped into your artwork when you moved from the from Lalgola to Kolkata? I want to know, like, you come from a rural area of West Bengal, then
Yes,
you
yes,
move to Kolkata. So definitely there is infrastructural change that you see. But your artwork is also about the societal structures.
yes, absolutely. In rural areas and metropolitan areas, there
So
have lots of
yeah, so
differences.
I want you to talk more about it, like how how do you see it in rural Bengal and how do you see it in a metropolitan city like
Yes, yes, yes,
Kolkata?
absolutely, absolutely.
If you
Yes,
can
there have
give
lot.
examples also.
Yes, yes. There have lots of differences between these both kind of areas. So initially, I started collecting information or documenting from my journey. So most of rural people are dependent on the urban atmosphere, mostly in Kolkata, because in Bengal, Kolkata is one of the biggest city. So from the northern part or the middle part of West Bengal, people are dependent on this Kolkata city. So at first, I started observing the people who are daily traveling to the city, and they are dependent on this area through various working places. Then after I moved for the landscape, and then I started realizing that Kolkata is still now it's a expanding city. So after that, I can realize that there have many uh, architectural deformation or ups and downs when I started observing. Started observing that there had various colonial structure, and currently it's started demolizing, and there have some current socio-political issues. Then I started observing it. Then after that, I realized that in rural areas also we can see many construction and this construction areas. So I started observing this also. Then I try to make a bridge between the uh, both situation. And after that, when I moved from Kolkata, then I started observing the multiple landscape and people aspects. And in Andhra Pradesh, actually, after 2023, I started working with a NGO. At that time, I mostly worked with the Andhra Pradesh, Telangana area, and the northern part in Delhi and Rajasthan mostly. Then I also started with observing and documenting these stories and various people's stories, that how they are surviving and how they are dependent on the surrounding urban areas, or they are trying to live with a alternative way. So I started everything and tried to capture it.
So are you based out of Kolkata right now?
No, yes, currently I stayed in Bangalore and mostly out from there.
All right. So tell me more about Bangalore, Bangalore's art scene and Kolkata's art scene. Like, how is it different, and what are the nuances that you have observed and you would like to share?
Yes, Bangalore and Kolkata, since there have lots of difference, because in Kolkata it's a very common thing to for the people. They are regularly visited to galleries and art and cultural sectors. But in Bangalore, it's not that much common for the people. So some selected people or some interested people are generally go to the cultural sectors. But yes, there have a good market and also good aspect to explore art field, because in Bangalore mostly there are many very newly founded organization. They are working. They are also very good in these areas. So yes,
Are
but in
people
Kolkata,
buying art?
sorry.
Are people
No,
buying art?
in Bangalore, I didn't sell any artworks, any of my artworks. Yes,
Yeah, so it's the same. Uh, Regarding Kolkata and West Bengal, so many artists are there, and I talk to them, and they tell that they don't find buyers, collectors
yes,
in
yes, yes,
Kolkata.
absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yes. But
They are
after
good
that
at
also in
making
Kolkata they
art.
have a yes. No, after that
Yes,
also in
yes.
Kolkata there are a very long historical aspect of cultural practices and art practices. But in Bangalore it's a very newly developed city, so I think it's take time.
Hmm. So what do you think? These galleries and these art institutions, what kind of role they are playing in setting up a discourse around art?
Yes, it for art institution they have a very important role to create a base for the art practitioner or the artist because
Are
through
they? I'm sorry. Are they catering solely to the market, or they have their own unique language?
in Bangalore.
Yes.
Are you asking about Bangalore? Yes, no. Actually, in Bangalore, most of art practitioners they are not totally dependent on the art market. They are mostly with various art projects, and they try to showcase. They try to develop the art project as from their perspective. So mostly they are trying to apply for the various grant and try to collaborate with the other art organization to develop the art project in a very large scale. And also in Bangalore, they are a very actually Bangalore art market is not that much bigger. So uh, uh, and for the Bangalore art market, they have a plus point that they have a lots of art organizations. They are working with another aspect, and they mostly work with the art projects, and they collaborating with the various art organization or tribal art or the various tribal art groups.
Can you name few so that those who are watching and who are in Bangalore
Yes,
can benefit from
yes,
them?
they have on Santi Road, they have MAP, and currently Hampi Art Labs. Actually, Hampi
Yes.
Art Labs is not in based in the Bangalore, but it's in Karnataka. So Hampi Art Labs is also a very big platform. Even I also was a resident in this program previously. So yes, it's give another kind of experience to develop our art practices.
All right. So you're practicing art full time, or you have
No, currently,
sa-
actually, I teach the fine arts in a private university in Bangalore, and absolutely, my art practice is also going in a continuous mode.
all right. So at one point of time you have been the student and now you are the teacher. So,
Yes.
have you seen any change in the curriculum, or do you feel there is a need and there is so much scope to do and to change the curriculum and make it more modern and make it more compatible with current times?
Yes, there have been some differences which I have observed because when I was a student or we was a student we were a student in our art colleges at the time we don't have proper equipment or technical support at that time, but currently students are technically too advanced, so maybe to get technical influence or the development of technical processes help people to process their art.
All right. And do you see the role of social media in that? Like artists, are they engaging well with that? Your students, I'm talking about.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And also there are also have a plus point for the social media because if there are any opportunities or anything uh, open for the art market, so art area, so people can get it updated from the social media. So it's a there have a plus point from the social media also,
What will
especially
be
for the
your
international open calls.
Yes, certainly. What will be your message for the students who are still doing graduation in art history or maybe painting, sculpture, and they are yet to find their own voice and they are navigating the art world? What will be your message for them?
I don't have any particular message from them, but yes, I always I will be motivated them to follow their practices because in initial level it's a very difficult to get any proper stylization or proper source to develop their art practices. But if they continuously work in their particular areas, yes, definitely after some time they will get a proper source of the proper inspiration to move forward their art forms.
Thank you so much, Asif,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
and uh, thank you again. And keep us posted, whatever you are doing, any exhibition and anything, and we would love to cover it through Abir Pothi, which is the daily digital art newspaper. And we look forward to hear from you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.